The Great Depression was a severe worldwide economic depression that took place during the 1930s. It was the longest and deepest period of economic downturn in the history of the industrialized world, lasting from 1929 to 1939. The Depression had devastating effects on individuals and families, as well as on the economy as a whole. One of the main causes of the Great Depression was the stock market crash of 1929, which triggered a chain reaction of events that led to widespread unemployment and poverty. The crash was caused by a combination of factors, including overconfidence in the stock market, excessive speculation, and a lack of regulation. When the market finally collapsed, millions of people lost their savings and investments. As unemployment rates soared, many businesses were forced to close their doors, leading to even more job losses and financial hardship. The lack of consumer confidence also contributed to the economic downturn, as people were afraid to spend money and businesses were unable to sell their products. This led to a vicious cycle of declining demand and production, further exacerbating the crisis. The Great Depression had a profound impact on society, leading to widespread poverty, homelessness, and suffering. Many people were forced to live in shantytowns known as Hoovervilles, named after President Herbert Hoover, who was widely seen as ineffective in addressing the crisis. Families were torn apart as parents struggled to provide for their children, and many people went hungry in the midst of plenty. The government's response to the Great Depression was initially slow and ineffective, as policymakers at the time believed in a laissez-faire approach to economics. However, as the crisis deepened, President Franklin D. Roosevelt implemented a series of New Deal programs designed to stimulate the economy and provide relief to the unemployed. These programs included the creation of public works projects, financial regulations, and social welfare programs aimed at helping those most affected by the Depression. Although the New Deal helped to alleviate some of the suffering caused by the Great Depression, it was not until the outbreak of World War II that the economy began to recover. The war stimulated demand for goods and services, creating millions of jobs and jump-starting economic growth. The Great Depression served as a harsh lesson in the dangers of unregulated capitalism and the importance of government intervention in times of crisis. In conclusion, the Great Depression was a period of immense hardship and suffering for millions of people around the world. It was a wake-up call for policymakers and economists, who learned valuable lessons about the importance of regulation, social welfare programs, and government intervention in preventing and mitigating economic crises. The legacy of the Great Depression continues to shape economic policies and attitudes towards poverty and inequality to this day.